Rorschach, number 16.
Wow.
Walter Kovacs.
Can
He
someone
should
ask?
be
Can someone
as a
answer the phone
character.
because I effing called it?
Yeah,
As a character, I love him, but this is way too high. Because there's literally what one
Over
movie?
Wonder Woman.
Over Doom.
No, over Doom, over Wonder Woman, over
over Iron Man?
even dude. I'd even take Punisher over Rorschach.
No, like I get
Who
it.
hurt
Alan Moore
you?
killed it. Watchmen
Who
was a
killed? Who hurt
Was an
you?
interesting movie. Was an
yeah. No,
interesting
I'm not.
movie.
Well, I mean, the movie is debatable, but I've read the comic book, and I'm like, yes, it was a
Over
groundbreaking.
Obelix.
It was a groundbreaking comic book in terms of how it deconstructed the genre of thingy of superheroes, and also it's like beautifully illustrated.
Yes.
But
Also, I think it also introduced that, like the artist did that whole 9-panel or 6-panel thing, which was also
no, it came before. There was a one comic book. I think it was something. It was like about a guy who was part of the concentration camps in Germany, and they were persecuting the Jewish. And basically, like this artist. I think at the time it was an artist that worked with Stan Lee, I think.
okay.
And if I'm remembering the story correctly,
Mm.
and what's this? And like he wanted to do something like that, I think in Marvel Comics or whatever. And Stanley was just like, this is not going to make sense to the readers or something. I might be misremembering the story, but
Oh,
long story short,
I think I know the guy you're talking about. I think Matt, is it either Matt Daper or Matt
something like that.
broke him
And
down? And like
yeah,
the YouTubers, one of those two YouTubers actually broke him down. Like he's the one that revolutionized the whole paneling thing.
yes.
All right.
And what he did is that in that comic book with the guy is that basically this person who used to be he was like one of the Nazis or whatever, one of the head Nazis or whatever. When everybody was free, he was panicking for his life because he thought that all of his karma was going to catch up with him. And then basically this guy drew a 9-panel thing of him falling into the train and getting hit by a train or something like that.
Right.
And that was like the end of the story. So that's where I know that 9-paneling thing comes from. I
Yeah.
just know that Watchmen was one of the first comics to really employ that technique throughout multiple pages. Like they
Yeah.
would describe
So,
stuff
like most
in
of
detail, scene by
yeah.
scene, and everything. Because, like Alan Moore said, he wanted to take the genre of comic books and that term of storytelling and push it to its like virtual limits. That's why it was so hard to adapt.
I think one of the other things is I think correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this Watchmen the kind of the birth of the comic graphic novel type of subgenre?
I don't know.
No,
DC had graphic novels.
the guy who
DC.
came up with graphic novels is what's this guy? The guy who created the Spirit? What's his name again?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
That
guy.
was such a terrible adaptation.
Will
So
Eisner is the one that came up with the graphic novel. He even has a whole book about it.
Yeah, because but this clearly falls under more
No, I
graphic
think what
novel.
happened is that I think this. I don't know if it created it, but I know that it kicked off the whole subversion and introspection and breaking down tropes of what superheroes are like and everything. Like I think stuff like Watchmen would have like which one came first, Dark Knight or Watchmen? I think Watchmen, right?
I think they came out around the same time because it was the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, possibly. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think well between Moore and Frank Miller, that's when people started to like their superheroes like gritty and serious and all of that stuff and
Yes.
like and this is when it started stepping away from all the fantastical elements of like storytelling where it'd be kick punch kapow action and it was talking about like how superheroes fit in the political landscape and all of those things.
Yes.
But Rorschach, like he's one of the best characters in Watchmen or whatever. A lot of those characters are good. I think the only character that was like kind of lacking is Silk Spectre. Like
Yeah.
she was the only one kind of lacking in there. She also had some depth to her, but whatever. But the point is that Bra is too high. No ways.
Just to give people context. So Alan Moore wanted to use characters from the Minutemen, right? But then he couldn't. So he basically like stole some of those characters and created his own version. Because Rorschach, for instance, is the question. He's a detective. You can't see his face. So yada yada yada. Owlman, is it Owlman or whoever that guy is? The owl, whatever. He is basically Blue Beetle. The first Cat Cord. I think it's the first or second Blue Beetle. Yeah, things like that. But it worked. Regardless, it worked. But anyway, like I think Zuko said it a long time ago before we got into all this detail. He's too high on this list. So
yeah, shame. Somebody heard the guy who made this list, shame.
but he
That's our
deserves
herder.
one here though, Devil, I think. I don't think he's
That's our herder. That's all I'm hearing.
Maybe 40 though. There's no way he should be 16.
Higher than Wonder Woman. Yeah, somebody hurt him real bad.
That's crazy.
Somebody hurt him
And
real
the only thing
bad.
I have to say about Rorschach is this.
Wait,
You
Death?
don't understand.
Death from the Sandman.
I'm not locked up in here with you. You locked up here with me. That was the most gangster line ever, man.